Hey, my name is Chris Freeman, and I'm going to be doing a persuasive speech on the importance of voting and the benefits of voting. I have a couple reasons. The first reason is voting. You're able to vote as soon as you turn 18, and it's like it gives you a voice as a citizen because like a lot of people complain, but then they aren't even registered to vote. So I feel like everybody should register to vote so they can have a say in what's going on around them in their community or even in the government. It's our natural born right to vote. John Locke, one of the most influential Enlightenment thinkers, stated in the second treatise of government, men being, as said, by nature, all free, equal, and independent. No one can be put out of his estate and subjected to the political power of another without his own consent. And in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 21 states that the will of the people shall be the basis of authority of the government. This will shall be expressed in periodic and genuine elections, which shall be by universal and equal suffrage and shall be held by secret vote or equivalent free voting procedures. Another reason is Americans were not always had the right to vote. Back in the days that only rich white men that own land, a certain amount of land, were able to vote. And brave protesters, men and women, African Americans, were all a part of the suffrage and getting people the right to vote. Well-known suffrage protesters were Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Stanton, Harriet Tubman, and Alice Paul. And people also laid down their lives so everybody can be able to vote and have equal rights. A couple of those is Medgar Evers, the NAACP leader, was shot at his driveway in 1963 for trying to get African Americans the right to vote. And Martin Luther King was murdered because he wanted equality for everyone. And plus, going back to the Revolutionary War, 25,000 soldiers died, so Americans have the right to vote and take part in that. It just gives us a voice. Voting is your opportunity to be heard. A lot of people, they feel like they don't have a voice and they feel like their vote doesn't matter. Well, your vote always matters and it gives you the right to vote, and it feels like it gives you a purpose as an American citizen. And also, to me, voting is exciting. It's thrilling when you cast your vote for somebody you really support and stand behind their beliefs. And it's like you get some kind of satisfaction when the candidate you wanted or you felt strongly about wins. So that's another reason. And the last reason is the country really depends on you, you know what I'm saying? So the government is you choose who you want in office, and they basically make all the decisions and the rules. So if you don't even participate, I don't feel like you should even complain when something's not going the way you want it to, or in conclusion, every vote matters. There's not one vote that does not matter in elections. And that's the one thing that's so great about America is everyone has an equal amount has a right to vote and express their opinions, and it's not ran under one man's decision, but it's all us coming together. Even though we may not agree on all things, we can all come together and vote, and choose that way. So, and then I'm gonna say, go out and vote. And also, I was told to do an interview for this topic, and so interview somebody that has experience voting for a long time, and I interviewed my dad. And the first question I asked him, I said, do you think voting is important? And his response was, yes, I think it's very important. We use our right to vote because it gives us a voice, and men and women died so you can have the right to vote and others can have the right to vote, so I don't think we should just take it for granted. The second question, I said, do you think our vote really matters? He said, yes, it matters, because every day I see people complaining about politics when they aren't even registered to vote. He said, your voice always matters. And the last question I asked him, I said, what's the difference between politics today and what's the difference between politics today and back when you were my age? He said he just feels like they don't focus on the policies enough, and it's a lot of bashing when they should be focusing on what they can do for everybody. And I got my site, I got my information from www.usa.gov and www.voteall.org and www.knockthevote.org. That's it.